Good evening. I haven't really spoken much on social media with regards to Ajikar. Obviously, I have tweeted and posted in support of justice for Ajikar, Reclaim the Night, the movements that are happening, and I have been part of my party's, marches that we have done, the public rallies that we have done for justice for Ajikar. However, I have personally felt that this is a civil society movement, and that we as politicians, as a political class, must be in a supporting role to what the doctors want, to what the medical fraternity of this state wants. Because this horrific incident, which by itself is something that all of us will remember for the rest of our lives in despair, it has also exposed the huge systemic rot that exists in our health system. Prior to this, the education system, we went through last year, a few months back, the rot that exists in the education system, and the minister in charge of the department is in jail currently, Partho Chatterjee. However, in this situation, in what has happened today, both the departments, the home and the health department, are run directly by the chief minister herself. So there is no one to pass the buck on to, and there is no one to say that this rot has happened due to someone else. I have been watching the junior doctors movement and supporting it mentally, morally, in the background as much as possible. I'm in touch with some of those of the civil society who are in organizing the movement. I have talked to senior doctors of Calcutta. In fact, some of these civil society people asked me that question: Have you been part of the marches, etc.? I said I have been part of my own party's marches, but I prefer not to be, because I have seen how, at the beginning, if you remember, in front of Lal Bazaar, when all the doctors sat for 2 nights, people from the political class came and they were asked to stay away. And I actually sort of very much agreed with the junior doctors that that is exactly how it should be, because this is their movement and we are here to support them in whatever way possible. Today, I am observing the convention and I'm struck by so many of the conversations that I've had with the doctors. Particularly one conversation, I was coming back from Bangalore about a week back or so, and at the airport I am on my phone talking to my team, telling them to make a creative with regards to my supporting the junior doctors for social media. And this gentleman walks up to me after that and asks me my identity, and I say that I belong with the Indian National Congress, which is why I'm talking about making a poster. And he said that he's a doctor. He was turned out to be a public hospital doctor, public sector doctor in Bengal. And he was talking about how horrified he is. He has a daughter who is studying now, who's a medical student in one of our medical colleges in Bengal. And he was talking about how he doesn't allow his daughter to go out late at night anymore, can't go anywhere after college, after classes anymore. And he actually almost sort of seized me or jumped on me in the sense of, saying that I do not know anybody as who's a politician. I want to know from you, from regards to the entire political class, what is it that you are talking about? What is it that you think about this movement? We in fact got into the plane and we changed seats to sit together to talk about this through the flight. And he was a gentleman who had worked in Arjigod in one of his prior stints. And he was describing to me obviously all of us know what Arjikor is. Anybody who's in Calcutta knows how big Arjikor is as a government hospital, any of these big hospitals like SSKM or Bangalore. But he was talking about how it is almost impossible, unless you belong to that floor, as in you were working on that floor, to be asked to go to another floor and be able to reach the room you're supposed to without directions. What he was trying to explain to me is that it's such a labyrinth that it is almost impossible for any outsider to be able to locate a room by himself or herself. Even those who work in the hospital but belong to other departments, when asked to go to a department, will actually have to ask sometimes directions to the specific place they have to go to. And B, very importantly, he also said that everybody knows which doctor is going to which doctor's room and things like that. So it is almost impossible that people will go from one place and people will not know, and some people will not get to know that so and so is in so and so place. All of this put together, you see, it's so therefore in some sense the West Bengal government tries to pass this off as a murder which has been an incident that has been properly investigated, and everything has been done by the books. There is something off, because the mass realization of people who have interacted, people of the entire health fraternity of Bengal, cannot be a lie. I have watched the last Supreme Court proceedings, and obviously the matter is with the Chief Justice of India and his bench. It is sub judice. There is nothing much to talk about it. But what is concerning, what we are all awaiting the answers as to what is the development on this case. Uh, we have to all wait because the Chief Justice himself said that he is aghast. I don't remember the exact words, but he says that he is stunned by what he has read with regards to what the CBI investigation till date, and he says the CBI needs more time, and he is prepared to give them that time. Obviously, he is the Chief Justice. Is acting in the best interest of the case. But having said that, our sense of justice as citizens of Calcutta, of Bengal, delayed is justice denied, injustice effectively. And somewhere we are coming to that sense because we really don't know yet what has happened with regards to the case. I know that today the Junior Doctors Convention, I've been following it. They've said that on 23rd they've asked everybody across the state to organize their own form of rally, protest, painting, whatever, in anticipation of the proceedings on the 30th. I will be following the 30th proceedings very closely, and I believe that, irrespective of sensitivities, we do need to know some more details, at least, if not everything, about what the CBI is talking about. At the end of the onus lies on the CBI today, and we want to know what they have been doing about it. And definitely, if dissatisfied, or even if we are satisfied in celebration thereof, of the case reaching justice, I will participate on the 2nd and the Dharmatala rally that the junior doctors have called, purely as a citizen, as a civil society member, not as a politician, for in empathy with everything that the medical fraternity is going through today, the sense of fear, the sense of helplessness, because along with this horrific murder is the exposure of the huge systematic rot that this whole system has been working under, which shows that our government, our administrators have been culpable so much over the years, and this culpability is probably what has led to an incident like this being possible last month on the 9th. I look forward to the 30th, and I will be out there on the 2nd, purely in my personal capacity at Dharmatala. Jai Hind, Bande Mataram.